to be cruel to animals. Absolutely. We have been given specific instructions as to the treatment of animals. We cannot overburden an animal. We cannot kill animals except when we consume them for food. We cannot indiscriminately, we can't even burn beehives. In Islam, we can't even burn, when we want to take honey, we cannot burn bees. We're not allowed to do that. Even in war, we cannot do such things, right? So we have very specific instructions. When it comes to being vegans and being meat eaters, right? This is a completely separate issue now. You are using a philosophy to challenge it, and we are using a philosophy to challenge back. To respond. Yes. We don't have to. Right. That's a very good opinion. I have no problem with that view. You are perfectly allowed and free to exercise your view. We have no problem with that. Likewise, we have a view that meat gives you extra nutrition that are important for human well-being, right? You get a lot of nutrition from meat that you cannot get from plants. So therefore, my argument is also strong. If you want to claim that your argument is strong, at least have the decency to accept that we have strong arguments in our favor as well. But when you use philosophy, when you use logic and science, it can go against you. I can turn science around and show you how scientifically being kind to animals in brothels, having sex with them, taking care of them, scientifically, it is a stronger argument than being vegans. You can have them in brothels, take care of them, give them a bath every day, they smell nice, put perfumes on them, and let people have sex with them when people are not hurting them. Scientifically, there's nothing wrong with this. Scientifically, strictly speaking.
Is anyone like this viewpoint? Can I get a raise of hand from anyone that thinks you should breed animals into existence to have sex with them? That's what his point.
Did you get my point? I'm a Muslim. Do you know where I'm coming from? I'm saying, did you get my point? Did you understand? I'm making an argument against this notion of having sex with animals. I'm saying scientific, if you use science, strictly speaking, and wait. You said science and logic.
Okay.
Both. When we asked you, what are you using as your base to argue your case? You said science and logic. I am saying, as a Muslim, we cannot have sex with animals. We cannot be cruel to animals. We cannot do any of these things as a Muslim. I'm clarifying so that you understand, because you don't seem to get my point. You don't seem to get. But I'm saying, if we had no God, and all we had was, okay, no problem, that's your opinion, no problem. And all we had was science, then we would be in big trouble. We would be in big trouble. I'll tell you why. Scientifically, strictly speaking, there's nothing wrong with having sex with animals. Tell me why it's wrong, scientifically speaking. Science doesn't tell you what's necessary and unnecessary. I'm saying scientific. Listen to me carefully. Maybe you don't know what science is, how science works. You know scientific method. You know the philosophy of science. Have you ever studied it? Scientifically speaking, tell me why it's wrong to have sex with animals, especially when they've been taken care of. I'm against it. I'm against it, so that you don't get because you don't seem to get my point. I am a Muslim. My morality, which comes from God, dictates that we cannot have sex with animals. It is an abhorrent act. Okay, number one. Number two, we cannot be cruel to animals. It is abhorrent. Okay, now, because you said science and logic, I'm saying both. When we use science and logic, there's nothing wrong, strictly speaking. I'm talking, can I finish? So can you now tell me, he said science and logic.
I've been saying
empathy.
I wouldn't want to have.
Okay, so it's not science. Okay, good. We're making some progress. It's not science then. It's not science, right? Do you both agree that scientifically you're not using science anymore? Okay, then you tell me. Can you please explain to me scientifically, strictly speaking, by the rules and philosophy of science, why is it wrong to have sex with animals? But then why have sex with humans? Because they don't want to be used. Some of them don't want to be used. No. Some. Okay. You're not harming the animal. You're being very kind. Well, you're being very kind to the animal, like in these animal brothels around Europe, in Denmark and Germany. There are animal brothels. Scientifically speaking, I'm asking, why is it wrong? Again, you have to understand, science does not dictate morality. Science doesn't tell you what is good, what is bad. There is nothing in science whatsoever that tells you what is good, what is. Science doesn't tell you murder is wrong. Science tells you what happens after you murder someone, God forbid. But science doesn't tell you whether murder is wrong or right.